Today, we're diving into something you won't hear about in the usual conversations about mental health. We're going to explore the energetic causes of emotional depression. You see, according to shamanic knowledge, depression is almost always rooted in a lack of emotional energy. And this energy, it's the fuel for your desires, your passion, your drive. It's the force that pulls you towards life, towards people, situations, goals, dreams. It's what makes you feel alive. But when we lose this energy, life starts to feel heavy. Have you ever woken up and just felt like getting out of bed was an exhausting task? Or maybe you've had a day where even simple things like doing the dishes or responding to a message felt like they took every ounce of effort. That's what I'm talking about. Without emotional energy, everything becomes a struggle. You start dragging yourself through the day, and even things you once enjoyed feel burdensome. So today, I'm going to share with you the 3 most common ways we lose this emotional energy, and how to stop the drain before it leaves you feeling empty. But first, here's something crucial to understand. We live in a world that undervalues emotions. We're taught to push our feelings aside like they're just distractions. But that mindset, it's one of the main reasons so many people feel emotionally depleted. Alright, let's jump into it. Let's start with the first major cause of energy loss, the past. If you're like most people, there's probably something from your past that still gets to you. Maybe it's a mistake you made, something hurtful someone said, or an opportunity you missed. And even if it happened years ago, you might still find yourself replaying it over and over in your mind. Think about it. Have you ever caught yourself reliving a conversation, wondering, what if I hadn't said that? Or what if I'd done this differently? This mental loop isn't just frustrating, it actually drains your emotional energy. Every time we revisit painful memories with regret, guilt, or anger, we're sending our energy back to the past. It's like pouring water into a cup with no bottom. It just keeps draining out. And it's not just big events. Even small regrets or everyday disappointments add up over time. Maybe you keep thinking about a job you didn't get, a project that failed, or a friendship that fell apart. Each time you revisit those thoughts, you're feeding them your energy. In shamanic practice, they believe that holding on to the past creates invisible cords, like energetic chains, that keep you tied to painful memories. These cords pull your energy back to things you can't change, making you feel exhausted, unmotivated, and sometimes even trapped in your current life. So, how do we break free from these ties? The key is taking responsibility for your experience, and that doesn't mean blaming yourself or anyone else. It means accepting what happened and letting go of the need to relive it. In shamanic healing, there's a powerful ritual for this. Shamans believe that the past lives in what they call the underworld, a spiritual realm where memories and unresolved emotions dwell. To free people from these emotional bonds, shamans journey into the underworld, using their spirit animals and their astral bodies. Guided by their animal spirits, shamans are able to pass through layers of negative emotions and pain, going deeper until they reach the root of the memory. Once there, they use their power to cut the energetic cord that binds the person to that painful memory. This releases the mind from the pull of that memory. Shamans are experts at this. They know how to protect their emotional energy by regularly cutting these cords. It's part of how they stay connected to their own power and purpose. But you don't need to be a shaman to start letting go of the past. Next time you catch yourself stuck in a negative memories, break the loop. Take simple actions to ground yourself in the present. Go for a walk, call a friend, do something physical like cleaning or stretching. Even burning incense or Palo Santo can help clear that stuck energy and release some of that emotional weight. The goal is to disconnect from those draining memories and bring your energy back to right now. Trust me, once you stop feeding the past, you'll be amazed at how much lighter and more energized you feel. Now, let's move on to the second cause of emotional energy loss: addictions and negative habits. Now, when I say addictions, I'm not just talking about the obvious things like drugs or alcohol. Addictions can include anything we turn to for quick comfort. It could be food, sweets, social media, shopping, even binge watching shows. These habits might seem harmless at first, but over time, they slowly drain your emotional energy. Here's why. When we reach for these quick fixes, we're looking for a temporary escape, a quick burst of pleasure that distracts us from discomfort, boredom, or stress. But these moments of pleasure come at a cost. Every time you engage in these habits, you're investing your emotional energy in something that gives nothing back in the long run. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself scrolling endlessly on your phone, watching video after video, only to feel strangely tired afterward? Or maybe you've indulged in junk food to lift your mood, but then ended up feeling sluggish and disconnected. These activities might feel good for a few minutes, but afterward, they leave you drained, with less energy to focus on the things that truly matter. According to shamanic teachings, these habits are like energy traps. Our world is filled with distractions designed to capture our attention and keep us hooked, whether it's the endless feed on social media or the lure of online shopping. These things pull your energy out of alignment, leaving you feeling numb, tired, or even lost. So, how do you break free from these energy traps? The solution lies in redirecting your energy toward something meaningful, something that genuinely excites you and aligns with your deeper purpose. Next time you catch yourself reaching for a quick fix, pause for a moment and ask yourself, what do I really want to feel? What would actually fulfill me right now? This could be working toward a personal goal, practicing a skill, or spending time with people who uplift you. Shamans believe that when you focus your emotional energy on something that truly matters to you, it doesn't drain, it grows. They encourage people to find a passion, a purpose, or a project that feels magnetic and exciting. When you put your energy into something meaningful, it creates a positive cycle. The energy you invest comes back to you, renewing and strengthening. And here's the key. It does not have to be a huge, life-changing purpose. It can be something simple, like creating art, working on a garden, or starting a small personal project. The point is to feel genuinely drawn to it, to feel that emotional pull that renews you instead of leaving you feeling empty. by gradually shifting your energy from quick fix habits to these deeper pursuits, you'll find yourself less and less dependent on distractions. Little by little, you'll reclaim your energy, feel more connected to yourself, and notice that your sense of purpose starts to grow. Alright, now let's move on to the third and final cause of emotional energy loss: living a mechanically rational life. We live in a society that values logic and reason above all else. We're encouraged to make decisions based on what's practical or logical and to ignore our emotions. They're seen as messy, unpredictable, or even irrational. We're taught that if we want to succeed, we need to make smart choices, like picking a career for the money, choosing a lifestyle that's considered normal, or setting goals based on what others expect from us. But here's the problem: when we design our lives purely based on logic and what makes sense on paper, we disconnect from what truly excites us. We end up with a life that might look good from the outside but feels empty on the inside. We go through the motions, doing what we should do, but without any real passion or drive. Have you ever found yourself doing something you're just not excited about? Maybe you're in a career that's stable and pays the bills, but every day feels like a struggle to get through. Or maybe you chose a path that seemed like the safe choice, but now you feel like you're just going through the motions. That's what happens when we live a mechanically rational life. Our emotional energy gets drained, leaving us numb. In shamanic wisdom, emotional energy is seen as the key to manifesting the life you desire in the material world. Shamans know that their ability to create change depends on emotional energy. The ancient magic of shamans and druids is based on the amount of emotional energy they can channel into their spells, prayers, and intentions. The more emotional energy you have in your life, the more capable you are of shaping your reality. That's why shamans don't waste this energy on routines that don't fulfill them. Instead, they focus on directing their emotional energy upwards toward their highest purposes and dreams, so that it flows freely and continues to renew itself. How can we do the same? The key is to reconnect with what genuinely excites you. Ask yourself, what do I feel naturally drawn to? What are the things that give me that spark? This could be anything. Maybe it's a creative hobby, career change, travel, building a community, or even pursuing a dream you had when you were younger. Shamans know that if you align your life with something that attracts you on an emotional level, your energy won't drain, it will expand. When you invest your energy in a purpose that feels magnetic to you, that energy creates a cycle of growth, fueling itself over time. You're no longer pushing yourself to get through each day. Instead, you're pulled forward by something that feels exciting, even if it doesn't make perfect sense to everyone else. And remember, this doesn't have to be a grand, life-altering shift. Start with small changes. Maybe it's spending a little time each day on something that genuinely interests you. Maybe it's making one choice that feels right to you, even if it's not the logical option. Little by little, as you make more space for things that truly attract you, you'll find your emotional energy starting to return. In a world that often pressures us to be rational, choosing to follow what excites you can feel risky. But according to shamanic knowledge, this is how you reconnect with your emotional energy and bring life back into your daily experience. To recap, we lose our emotional energy in three main ways. First, through attachment to the past. When we keep revisiting negative memories or hold on to regrets, we're literally feeding our emotional energy to something that doesn't exist anymore. Let go of that connection and you'll feel your energy coming back to you in a second. Through addictions and instant gratifications. When we channel our passion into quick pleasures like food, social media, or any other instant highs, we're draining ourselves. Instead, direct that energy towards a purpose, something that keeps you feeling alive and excited. And then third, by living a mechanical, overly rational life. When we choose paths based only on logic without feeling that spark or attraction, we cut ourselves off from our true desires. Life becomes heavy, like going through the motions without any real passion. Shamanic knowledge teaches us that our emotional energy is sacred, protected by disconnecting from the past, moderating instant pleasures, and finding a purpose that truly excites you. When you do this, you create a powerful flow of energy that keeps you active, joyful, and strong. Your words, actions, and thoughts become fueled with power. With that energy, you can create a whole new world for yourself. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one area you're going to focus on to reclaim your energy? Let me know in the comments below. And if this message resonated with you, give it a like and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep bringing this knowledge to more people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.